Buenos todos chicos, chicas, reyes, reinas, bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo para el canal. Hoy vamos a hacer la misión de los sabios, que básicamente es un juego de cartas que han metido ahora en la 3.3 y que no he visto nada, debo decir. Sí, normalmente me suelo hacer spoiler, bueno, no me suelo hacer spoiler, sino que pues yo en Instagram veo cosas de Genshin Impact y al final pues tiene un algoritmo que si tú ves cosas de, yo qué sé, de Pokémon, pues te van a salir publicaciones de Pokémon. Pues yo veo cosas de Genshin y me salen publicaciones de Genshin y muchas veces pone como spoilers de eventos o cinemáticas. En esta ocasión no, en esta ocasión es que no he visto nada.
So, Sucrose, the package you mentioned that you received before, it's not dangerous, is it? You need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials, and all the bouncing around in transit caused a reaction. Once I opened it, oh, it let out a stench that could wake the dead. If your package contains anything like that, then maybe you should check with Albedo first and see what he thinks.
No, this package didn't contain any hazardous materials.
Timaeus! So gross! What are you two chatting about?
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that Sucrose received recently.
A strange package?
Yes, I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt. It's most likely a thank you gift for collaborating on some research together.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar? Oh, then there could be anything inside.
There wasn't anything dangerous inside, just a bunch of strange cards. I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar looking cards before, so I came to ask him about what they might be.
You've seen me with some cards? Maybe those were the testing cards used for distinguishing reagents.
No, they didn't look like test cards. Here, have a look.
Ojo, la carta de Zaragoza.
Oh, you meant these? Huh. Sucrose, have you really never seen these before?
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating pentatonic sweet flowers. Why? Is this an area of research that has started trending in the alchemical community during my absence?
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of research. It's a card game that's been getting really popular these days. It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG! Yeah, we've been hearing about this game all over the place. But this is the first time we've ever actually seen any of the cards. We didn't know it had made it all the way to Mondstadt. Must be pretty popular, huh?
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has even published a series of light novels based on the game. The story is really good. It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes in the attic. He opens it and discovers that the soul of an ancient TCG player called the Crocodile King has been captured inside. It turns out that the Crocodile King was King Deshret's viceroy, who battled an opponent named the Ibis King. During the match, the Crocodile King fell prey to his opponent's scheme and was sealed away in the casket of tomes. After being unexpectedly released by the kid, the Crocodile King possesses him and helps him to gradually climb the ranks and become a legendary TCG player.
Esto no es un anime de verdad, o sea, me suena de algo, ¿no?
Timaeus.
Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays out, I can lend you the novels.
No. I was just thinking about that time you requested an extension on your progress report deadline, citing personal reasons for the delay.
Well, I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now. I've committed to not even touch Genius Invocation TCG until I've made enough progress in my research.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way, I could say that I at least tried to appreciate his gift.
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Playing it might even make you smarter. Just wait until Paimon plays it enough to become smarter than you! Then you'll be sorry! Although, it seems like we can't learn how to play it anytime soon, cause Timaeus has given up for a while.
Well, research is my priority, you know. But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail. Yep, that's the place. It's where everyone in the community goes to play when they have time. They gather there, trade cards, and they're very welcoming to new players. Trying to learn the rules can be intimidating at first, but it's a lot of fun once you get the hang of it.
Understood. Traveler, Paimon, let's go to the Cat's Tail and try asking around. To be honest, hearing Timaeus talking about the game has also piqued my curiosity.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going!
Vale, pues venga, vamos a probarlo. Voy a sentarme bien en la silla, os un segundito. Que luego me veo las patas. Vale. Nunca he ido a la taberna del cola de gato porque nunca he hecho la misión de la niña esta de Diona. Yo pensaba de hecho que íbamos a tener que jugar en la taberna de siempre. Entonces, aquí. Vamos a ver.
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What a nice surprise. Oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much Mora you offer.
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
Sucrose, what kind of experiment were you trying to do with the cat's tail?
I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials. But, we can talk about that later. Actually, Margaret, we're here to learn more about Genius Invocation TCG.
Ah, Genius Invocation TCG. We were just talking about that game. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not have a dedicated staff to serve the new customers? Speaking of which, I believe you've already met.
Met who?
You know, Prince. This is the Cat's Tail after all, so I thought having a cat take care of our new customers would be quite a nice touch.
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards as TCG players.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince and Shuyin. They will be in charge of taking care of our TCG players.
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player of all, is capable of providing valuable guidance to our new players.
Vaya hostia, le va a soltar la Margaret al suyo en este.
The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play, and he has no choice but to rely on me to communicate with everyone. I am merely Prince's lowly assistant, that's all.
Wow! Another guy who can understand animals!
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of his kind. Such a remark is an insult to Prince. Oh? What's that? Shu Yen. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary cat. It's a natural mistake to make, and you shouldn't overreact. Understood. I do apologize.
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat. Could this be the result of some modification to the language center of his brain?
Para mí que se lo está inventando, ¿eh?
Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
Yes, it was the sacred duels of Genius Invocation, TCG, that formed and cemented our bonds of mutual understanding. It's my firm belief that by simply playing the game, players can develop a deeper level of understanding between one another.
So, playing Genius Invocation TCG fosters some sort of a telepathic link between players?
Somehow Paimon doubts that.
Uh-huh. Anyway, if you'd like to know anything about Genius Invocation TCG, then please ask Shuyan, who will ask Prince. Though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll let Prince play a game with you and walk you through all the rules.
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be improper to pit a newcomer to the art of the card against one such as myself, and I must therefore politely decline. That's what Prince said.
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh? Fine, then Prince doesn't have to. We'll play you instead.
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty card master Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not to play them. I will never play another match of my own again.
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative. How about this? Diona!
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is it? I'm pretty busy over here, you know. Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh! Don't they have any clue that the key to playing a game is the ability to think straight? Seriously, games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that? Ugh!
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not come over here and teach these customers the rules of Genius Invocation?
Ha! Yeah, what kind of break is that? I'd rather not. Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does is encourage more people to come to the bar for a drink. You know, if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach new heights. Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be stamping out the spread of Genius Invocation TCG.
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory will overcome their thirst for alcohol. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG no obstacle to your goal of destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry, it could even support you in this endeavor.
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then, our 2 customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan, let's put you on drink mixing duty for now.
But Shuyan is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan, drink mixing, now.
Okay.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space to learn. Let's go to that empty table over there.
Venga, va, que tan solo llevamos 14 minutos de vídeo. A ver si podemos jugar una partida al menos. Venga, que quiero jugar ya.
Okay, let's go through the rules. First things first. You'll be needing your deck, so place that on the table.
Deck?
Yes. You should have built a deck. You know, a set of cards that meets the bare minimum requirement to play the game. What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without bringing any cards.
Tenemos una.
Yeah, we need a practice deck. Can't you just let us use one? There's no such thing. Okay, let me think. To learn the game, you'll need at least 2 character cards to switch between. Oh, that reminds me! A few days ago when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar counter. Maybe you could use those for now.
Are you sure that's okay?
It's already been a few days and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here on purpose.
Bueno, y si no que se joda, que no se les hubiese olvidado.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for them. Yeah, not because I like to play the game or anything. Please.
Alright, so now we have 2 character cards. That's everything we need, right?
Yep. So, are you ready to start?
Vamos.
Alright, then let's begin.
Carta de personaje y tipos de ataque, vale.
Welcome to the world of Genius Invocation TCG. Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew pew pew! Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours. Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
Oye, pero nosotros teníamos una... Nos teníamos a Saracosa, ¿no?
Let's go.
Vale, no sé qué acabo de hacer. Os he elegido al personaje.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round.
8 dados elementales.
These dice correspond to elemental energy.
Bueno, creo que está un
We'll
poco
be
hecho a posta.
spending these dice to perform actions.
Yo creo que está hecho un poco a posta porque justamente elijo a Diluc y salen 4 fuegos y creo que esto es multitipo. Pero bueno.
Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills.
Vale. ¿Y este por qué no puedo usarlo? Porque es ulti. Vale, porque no tengo energía. Elijo el de fuego. Desafío. Vale. Le doy. Dale, coño. Buena. Turno del rival.
Not bad. You just made your first attack. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves. After you use a skill to attack your opponent, it's their turn to attack.
Ya le toca a él. Hola.
And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their move, it's our turn again.
Vale. Y vuelvo a atacar. Y como no tengo la ulti todavía preparada, y no puedo atacar a este.
These are omni-element dice. They can be spent on any move regardless of the elemental type. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the pyro dice needed for this skill. Go on.
Vale. Este. Perfecto.
That was pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count.
Y si quiero usar a Kaija.
Bam! But the game has only just begun. Remember? You have to defeat all opponents to win.
Vale, los tutoriales suelen ser siempre un poco más coños.
As much as we'd like to attack again, seems like we've run out of usable dice. In that case, let's end this round.
¿Cómo?
After you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round. And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round.
Venga, pues feita ronda. Turno del rival. Ahí acaba fin de ronda. Vale. Fase final. Ya tiramos de nuevo dados.
Alright, here we are, a fresh new round. Woohoo! And a fresh new round means time to roll the dice again. That's how we're gonna get the elemental energy we need after all.
Vale. Yes, vaya mierda.
That's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use D-Luke's skill now. But don't worry, situations like these are why we have the option to reroll.
Mira.
Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and reroll them.
Pues todos, porque son una puta mierda. Confirmar. Mira, ahora nos va a venir mejor.
When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first. This means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental bursts. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy.
Vale.
Once D-Luke's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But we're still 1 short. Never mind. Let's start with a normal attack instead. D-Luke's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any case, your normal attack needs fewer pyro dice than your elemental skill.
Vale, pues ataca. Vale, pues el ataque este y el ataque normal quitan más o menos lo mismo. Vale, ahora le toca a él. Hostias.
Now we have 3 energy, plus we have enough pyro elemental dice left over. It's time to use your powerful
¿Y dónde puedo
elemental
ver?
burst.
¿Dónde puedo ver cuánto consume cada dos? Ah, porque te pone aquí, ¿no? 3. Claro, uno normal y 2 cualquiera. Luego 3 de fuego. Y aquí 4 de fuego y 3... Y 3 de algo, no sé. 4. ¿Por qué me pone 3? Ah, porque necesita 3 puntos de estos. Vale, vale. Pues venga, le doy. Menos 8 de vida, hostia, lo hubiese reventado antes. Bien, bien. Sí, ¿todavía seguimos o qué?
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use multiple character cards to form a party. Next up, it's time for your second character card, Kaya, to take the stage.
Mal.
Oh, it seems like any move by Kaya is going to cost quite a lot of cryo dice.
Pues venga. Y este no porque no sirve para D-Luke, ¿no? El de fuego. Bueno, 4. Vale, duro, pues venga este.
When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
Pues venga, le he dado. Toma. Ah, ya he atado con D-Luke, que le meto pyro y le hago más daño.
Good! Now our opponent is affected by cryo. This is a good time to learn about elemental reactions. Different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character is affected by certain elemental combos, an elemental reaction will be triggered. At the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo, so we should try and use a pyro skill on them. Look, oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have 1 active character, while others are considered standby characters. Normally, we can only use the active character skills. Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby character, we'll have to switch them to the active character. In this case, we'll have to switch to D-Luke in order to use his skills.
Vale, pues elegimos.
You can spend 1 elemental die of any kind to switch a standby character.
Hostia, que te cuesta un dado.
Let's go.
Vale. Ah, y me cuesta un
Switching
turno.
characters is an action, just like using a skill. So once it's done, it's your opponent's turn.
Joder. Hostia,
Most
tiene la
skills
ulti,
can
¿eh?
only target the active character. As you can see, your opponent just attacked D-Luke. Alright then, now that Diluc is our active character, it's time to use his skill.
Ya le infligimos pyro.
Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage triggers the melt elemental reaction. When triggered, melt increases damage dealt by 2. This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go! Genius Invocation's elemental reaction system is pretty cool, huh?
Vale, pues venga, dale. Y lo patazo, tenía la ulti, Vale, esta ya va a estar de tutoriales, ya sé jugar. No, va a haber... Hostia, pero que hay 4, chaval, no me jodas.
Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards.
Vale, vamos a hacer una cosa, ¿vale? Lo dejo aquí, ¿vale? Y mañana continuamos en este mismo punto, ¿vale? Donde lo estoy haciendo. O sea, yo ya continuará, pero es que ya llevamos 25 minutos de vídeo. Y por lo que he visto son 4 puntos de tutorial. Sí, son 4 puntos de tutorial. Entonces, lo dejo aquí. Y mañana continuamos, chicos. Espero que os haya gustado y nada. Gracias por ver. Adiós.